Good evening, Namaste, Pranam, Jai Gurudev. ઋષિ ચિંતનના સાનિધ્યમાં તમારા બધાનું ખૂબ હાર્દિક સ્વાગત છે. Welcome to the Rishi Chintan Sunday session. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are keeping safe. So today's Rishi Chintan, the topic is આત્મશક્તિનો વિકાસ. આજનો આપણો ઋષિ ચિંતનનો ટોપિક છે આત્મશક્તિનો વિકાસ. આત્મશક્તિ, the power of soul, and how to develop our soul, how to progress our soul. From the Rishi Chintan book, published by All World Gayatri Parivar, Shantikunj, Haridwar. એકવાર ગાયત્રી મંત્ર બોલી લેશું તો તમે જ્યાં બેઠા છો ત્યાંથી હાથ જોડીને આંખ બંધ કરીને મા ગાયત્રીનું ધ્યાન. ઓમ ભૂર્ભુવસ્વઃ तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. गुरुवंदना. गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. આત્મશક્તિનો વિકાસ. મનુષ્યના જીવનનો મુખ્ય ઉદ્દેશ્ય પોતાની આત્મિક શક્તિઓનો વિકાસ કરવાનો છે. જે પ્રાણી મનુષ્યનો દેહ ધારણ કરવા છતાં પણ આત્મિક શક્તિઓનો વિકાસ કરી શકતું નથી, પોતાના આત્માની નજીક પહોંચી શકતું નથી, તે આ સંસારમાં શાંતિ પ્રાપ્ત કરી શકતું નથી અને પરલોકને સુખમય બનાવી શકતું નથી. One who is an embodiment of this human body, one who resides in this human body and yet is not able to go anywhere near its own soul. That person, that human being can never experience peace. And that person cannot even give peace to other people. તેથી જો મનુષ્ય સાચી શાંતિ મેળવવા ઈચ્છતો હોય, પોતાના જીવનને સુખી બનાવવા ઈચ્છતો હોય, તો એણે અવશ્ય પોતાની આત્મિક શક્તિઓનો વિકાસ કરવો જોઈએ. If you want to experience happiness, if you want to be happy, if you want to make others happy, then you have to pay attention in the growth of your soul. Because that is where the true happiness lies. That is where the bliss is experienced. કારણ કે આત્મા જ પૂર્ણ શાંતિ અને સુખનો ભંડાર છે. We look for happiness outside us. We look for happiness in friends, family, relationships, money, job, career, whatever we name it. And even after achieving all this, there is something that our soul is always searching for. And until we give that to our soul, we can never experience the true happiness and the permanent bliss. આપણે ભૂલ કરીએ છીએ અને સંસારિક વિષયોમાં સુખ શોધીએ છીએ, પરંતુ સંસારના વિષયોમાં સુખ ક્યાં છે? તેઓ તો જડ છે. સુખ એ ચેતન પદાર્થનો ગુણ છે. સુખ એ ચેતન પદાર્થનો ગુણ છે. To experience happiness, to experience bliss, that is the natural quality of soul, is what Param Pujya Gurudev is saying. તો બિચારો જળ પદાર્થ આપણને કઈ રીતે સુખ આપી શકે? Then how on earth the material things can give us that permanent happiness? જે વસ્તુ પોતે જ ક્ષણભંગુર છે તે આપણને શાશ્વત શાંતિ કેવી રીતે આપી શકે? જે વસ્તુ પોતે જ ક્ષણભંગુર છે. Nothing is guaranteed. Today we have a job, tomorrow we may not have a job. Today we have money, tomorrow we may not be so wealthy. So why are we looking happiness in these material things around us? Because those things themselves are not permanent. If they are not permanent, how can they give us permanent happiness? So beautiful. સાંસારિક વિષય ભોગતો બાળક નચિકેતાના કથન પ્રમાણે કાલ સુધી જ રહેવાના છે. એમની પાસેથી સુખ મળવું તો દૂર રહ્યું, પરંતુ તેઓ આપણી ઇન્દ્રિયોને, તેજ અને શક્તિને પણ નષ્ટ કરી નાખે છે. To gain permanent happiness, to experience bliss, we are not only wasting time in the physical and material things in our life, but these things, they actually rip off the true power of our soul, the true power of our senses. So here is, a small example. When we try to earn a lot of money, when we try to focus on achieving something very material, have you ever noticed all our senses, all our indriyas are totally engrossed in that? Our thought power, our vision, when we have to communicate with people, we are totally engrossed. And that is the reason so many people can't even sleep at night. Because our mind is constantly thinking and churning how to acquire that wealth. And so we become totally absorbed in it. All our energies are directed in that direction. There is a saying, where the mind flows, energy flows. If our mind is running after acquiring physical things in our life, our energy will also flow in that direction. And it's not bad to acquire wealth. But we should know that we have to also look after our soul. I've said this in one of my Sunday classes before. The dogs will only eat the dog food. Cat will eat the cat food. We are humans. Our soul, We all know somewhere along the line that the physical body perishes. We know this. And so, the real happiness is attached to our soul. If we don't give our soul the soul food, it will not be satisfied. It will not feel content. Here is another example. You know, when we do some charity work, when we help other people, when we do good deeds that has no material attached to it, for that moment, we feel so much at peace, happiness, bliss. And even though we may not talk about it to anyone else, but when we are sitting on our own, we talk to our soul and our soul talks to us. And you know, somewhere along the line, in the corner of our heart, bottom of our heart, we feel, I feel so nice. Because the soul got its soul food. Because there is a spiritual value attached to it. There is no material value attached to it. That is why we experience that happiness. We experience that contentment. We experience that bliss. So when we run after wealth, we take away all the positive power of our soul. When we do it excessively, is what I mean. I don't mean to say that we should not be going to job and we shouldn't be earning money, you know. We have bills to pay, we have expenses to take care of, family to take care of, etc., etc. But to do it excessively is where we lose the spiritual values. સાંસારિક વિષયોમાં સુખનો જે કંઈ થોડો ભાવ હોય છે તે આપણા આત્માનું સુખ હોય છે. એ જળ પદાર્થોનું નહીં. સાંસારિક વિષયોમાં means in the matters of family, relationships. In that also our soul experiences happiness. આપણે આપણા આત્માના જ સુખને સાંસારિક સુખ માનીને એમાં ભટકતા ફરીએ છે. So even in the sansaric sukh, even in friends, family, relationships, there is an attachment. That attachment can bring us disappointment. So what kind of attachment is this? It has been so difficult for some youngsters to understand this, that how can you be in a relationship and not be attached? Even I was looking for that answer for many, many, many years. But when the divinity comes within us, when we understand the true purpose of life, that one day we all are going to become a memory. So when we love selflessly, when we give selflessly, without expecting in return, is where lies happiness in relationships. And I know this is a very difficult one for so many of us, isn't it? Especially people who are married, who are in relationships, who are in big families. But here is what I personally have experienced. Even though we may not expect in return, even though we love selflessly, even though we give selflessly, we have to remember that that was our duty and so we are doing it. The problem arises when one person is doing it and the other one is not doing it. That is where the problem arises. And then again it becomes more and more complicated about all the spiritual qualities, tolerance, behaviors, mentality, our belief systems, so many different things. And that's the toughest one to practice, isn't it? I'm sure many of you out there will agree with me. That's the toughest one to practice. But at least we can practice. At least we can be aware of it. At least we don't give up. In one of the earlier sessions, Param Pujya Gurudev says, the first session, he says, Utho, himmat karo. That's what he's saying. And that's what we can practice. We can't just say that, oh, we can't do it. We keep trying, we keep trying, we keep trying. And we just shouldn't give up practicing spiritual values in our life. That has been my personal experience. To keep practicing spiritual values in our life, and that is what encourages our soul growth. Keep learning. The day we stop learning is the day we stop living. Atma Shakti no Vikas. I hope you find this useful. I hope you like this message from Param Pujya Gurudev today. We all are in the same boat. We all are here to support each other. I hope you are keeping safe. I hope you are staying at home. I've started, on Thursdays I've started in English, the English reading, Akhand Jyoti. It is another publication by Param Pujya Gurudev, which Gayatri Parivar publishes. It is published in many languages, and some people had requested English reading, and I used to do that in my Sunday sessions when I used to do these sessions on Zoom before bringing them live on Facebook. So I hope you'll be able to join again. If you are free on Thursday, feel free to watch the Akhand Jyoti session, read in English. This is read in Gujarati, the Rishi Chintan. Stay well, stay blessed, stay safe. Please stay safe. There are so many people out there who are not wearing masks. I don't know how they don't wear masks. Before I end, I want to share something little funny to make you laugh. I went to Tesco yesterday evening. I wanted to get a few things for my neighbor, and I thought I'll get something for myself also while I'm there. And I went there after so many weeks. I've avoided going to the large Tesco for shopping, you know, the big superstore. And I wore 2 masks Not one, two masks. Not only just to protect myself, but also that we want to be safe for other people. And then I saw there were so many people who were wearing a mask when they entered the store, but by the time they reached the aisles, they've taken off the mask. So please be safe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being my support on this journey. Stay well, stay blessed. Om Shanti. Jai Gurudev.